Hello, thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, Enchantress, the Babbler, on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of high that is happening at this time. I welcome all of you at this time. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in, and for meeting me here. Guys, this is going to be a long one. I kid you not. I have the time at this moment in time as I'm immobile. You see? So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting, babbling, freedom station that's just going to be here for our elevation, evolution. We're going to tap in, turn on, tune in to so many different aspects and elements of developments and evolution. And so get comfortable. Always have your notebook handy. Thank you so much for meeting me here. I know that it is a lot, especially when I do these long videos, but hey, you don't need to watch it all in one shot. I mean, who has the time, right? um, but you know what happens sometimes? Sometimes we make the time, especially for the things that are mana for our whole mind, body, heart, and soul. And so that's just how it be. You know what I mean? And so when you want something, you make the time for that something. And if you don't make the time for that something, then the question is, do you really want that what you say? You know what I mean? And so we go into evolution in this kind of way. Like, yes, I use spirit science and all this kind of stuff. Um, as my chosen um way of expression, but it's how it comes out from my being. And so it's like poetry, like, and perception is key, and your personal interpretation and evolution and where you are in your evolution is going to determine for you what it means for you and stuff like that. But the alchemy is of divinity, and so it feels good, and you know what resonates with you, mind, body, heart, and soul. And so this channel here is to support beautiful souls like you who tap in, turn on, tune in every kind of dynamic way, and also provide healing alchemies and feel good type of energy, frequency, vibration, um, sensations, and stuff like that. Because when you leave from here, you feel good, you feel inspired, you feel motivated, um, and stuff like that. So even if you can't watch it all at once, watch it in parts. And that might take some time on each video, but as long as you watch it in parts, you receive the whole and you take with it, and that's food for your whole mind, body, heart, and soul. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with me. You could also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only, right? You could also go to witchyutopian.com, and yeah, that's what we're gonna go for with right now and stuff like that. So the crystal for today that we're gonna start off with and we're gonna learn about together is this one. This one spoke to me when I passed by, and I was like, why? Because we matchy at this time, because it kind of matches with me, you know. Wouldn't you agree? Right? Like it's a matchy. So this is Dalmatian Jasper and stuff. So we're gonna learn about it together. Granted, I know that when I get crystals, which you might be the same, you might be a crystal connoisseur and exploring your field of crystals. And so what I love to do, especially like when I go into a crystal shop, like when I have crystals like these, like stuff like this, like random ones like this, these are I usually pick myself in a shop or whatever. It called out to me. So obviously during those times when it called out to me, I read all about it and all this kind of stuff. And and independent, like, because I'm surrounded by crystals and stuff like that. So anyways, everything is a lot of information, especially if you're evolutionary and you're on your path and you're constantly learning, like, to retain a lot of information, like, always take with you what it is for you in those times that it is for you and stuff. Oh, I feel it too. I remember, right? So I just I like to go with my feelings and stuff like that. So when I grabbed it today, um, when it called out to me and stuff like that, it's meaning like I'm like, I don't know right now, like, I don't know. So that's just the truth, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's like I know its name. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I mean. So we're gonna learn together, right? It's like that's how it is for me, right? Like everything for me, even if I do it all the time, is always like uh a new experience for me. So it's the same thing like with movies. I was thinking about this the other day and I was talking about it too. But like I could watch a movie. I'm not saying I watch movies and stuff. Oh my goodness, we're gonna talk about a movie. We're gonna talk about a movie and I am going to spoil it. I am going to speak freely on how this is your trigger warning, and this is a notice ahead of time, because whenever I start talking about this movie, I make no apologies for the expression of whatever it is that I'm going to say, because my daughter tricked me. My daughter tricked me. Yes, she did. She got that mercurial Gemini energy in her anyways, because in Western astrology, she is a Gemini, which is my polar opposite. Prankster, trickster, mercurial energy indeed, right? Mercury is retrograding, right? She tricked me. She tricked me. She tricked me good. I believed her. I believed my child. She didn't lie either. So that's the funny part. She didn't lie either. She just omitted information. We're gonna talk about that. But yeah, so if you get triggered and you're like, I didn't see that movie, don't tell me, because I'm a different type of breed of seed where you can tell me the movie before I have seen it, and I promise you that by the time I go sit down to watch the movie, I don't remember anything you said about what the movie was. I gather and I realize that this is for my benefit and for my purpose, part of my purpose and stuff like that. I don't retain any information that's unnecessary for me. So if it's the same thing like when, as a reader, as a seer and all this kind of stuff, and healer and all this kind of stuff, like I've learned early on the process of transmutation, right? Of not holding on to energies that are not mine. And I had to understand the process of that development too. And how does that, why am I able to do certain kind of things? So to understand my own process, I had to understand its detailing and its parts and stuff like that. Anyway, but so I don't care if you say it. I just love people to freely express. Like, you should be able to freely speak your mind, like, respectfully, obviously. So, so yeah, so I'm gonna be speaking freely about this movie. It's called Me Before You. Oh yeah, me, before you. Okay. And the actress that's in that movie is Emilia Clarke, right? And some other cutie, right? I don't know his name though, but it was a great movie. Great movie that had me hysterical. That's how she tricked me. She told me, "Mom," because she announced this movie. She announced this movie that she had another movie that she wanted us to see together, and so this is just putting it out into the universe so that we can make the time, like, to see it together, right? Because she's letting me know that this movie she wants to see with me. So she told me about this like a couple of days ago or whatever. So it's funny because she told me about it a couple of days ago, and 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 of course the opportunity came for us. Like, we had gotten a slot of time that we didn't realize we were gonna have, and she's like, you want to watch the movie that I told you about the other day? But when she told me the other day too, which I didn't remember even at that point, was that it's a romantic movie. It's romance. It's a romance. And I'm like, Okay, I could do romance. I could do romance. I'm like, okay, I'll watch a romance, like comedy, romance. Okay, I like to laugh. I'm like, okay, I'll watch this. So, so even when that time slot came, and she's like, "Come on, I'm gonna put it on. Like, we'll watch it. We have the time at this time." I'm like, "Fine, whatever. If I can pay attention and it grabs me, and then good. If not, I don't know because my mind was like, that's part of it because I don't really watch TV and I watch movies and I only do this to spend time with those people that I love that actually do these kind of things. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like other than that, on my own time, um, I don't I don't watch TV. Not saying that I never have, and I'm not saying that, maybe there won't be a time that I will again. Like, you get what I'm saying? But like I don't watch TV. Like, I don't watch TV. And so, but I do this because I know that that's quality time and that's, something that she enjoys. And as it turns out, people enjoy watching me watch a movie that they want to see me react to. Whatever. So, and I didn't even know that she had already seen the fucking movie. She's seen it. She's seen it. And that's why she took out the part of, oh, it's sad, mom, because she knew I wouldn't want to see that because I'm working, I'm doing stuff. Like, who wants to cry? Like, I don't, it's not hard for me to cry. Like, hello. But for whatever reason, people like to see me cry. It's been a thing since I was a little girl. Like, people like to see me cry. And whatever. Like, dramatic might be a wave, but it is what it is, like at the end of the day. So so yeah. So if you haven't seen Me Before You want a tearjerker, go ahead. I want you to watch that movie and tell me that you didn't fucking cry. Okay? Tell me that you didn't cry. Because I will look at you. I want to look at you in your face and see what is going on with you that you didn't cry. Okay? So the witch told me that it was a romantic comedy. Oh, it is. But that's not the title I would call it. That's not heartbreak. Heartbreak. Sadness. My heart. But it's also bittersweet, beautiful. Bittersweet, beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful. Okay, I don't know. It's such a beautiful movie, but it's fucked up. It's so fucked up. I can reveal nothing, and that's good so far. But I don't know. I don't know because I might be talking about it again. But I don't want to be crying right now. We're supposed to be learning together about this Dalmatian Jasper. But oh my gosh, it's such a good movie. If you like that tearjerker, you want to cry type of thing, and I want you to come back here. I want you to be honest that you watched the movie because I suggested it, and you found the time and you watched it. Tell me, I was crying way before the ending. I was crying in the middle and the beginning. When was I not crying? That's the better question to ask. When was I not crying? Oh no, because my insides were torn apart anyways throughout the movie. Yeah, so highly recommended, especially if you need a tearjerker or you need an emotional release, a heart chakra cleanse. Oh my goodness, that could be good. Like, especially if you have a hard time releasing, right? Watch this movie with the intention to release. Like, especially if you need a good cry. I didn't need to cry. Fucking cry. I what? Like what? Pisces moon baby over here? Like, are you kidding me? Cry? Cry? You need me to cry? Just hire me for crying. I could cry an entire ocean. Oh my gosh. Not even funny. It's not even an exaggeration. So yeah, my daughter skipped the crying this time around because she obviously she had to share with me after that she did watch it. And I was like, "Oh, you watched it already?" She's like, "Yeah, you should have seen me when I watched it." She was hysterical crying. So for this time when she watched it, she was hysterically laughing because I was crying. Like, excuse me? So her pure enjoyment was to see me cry. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was a great quality time spent with my daughter. Laughing at me, crying hysterically in different parts of the movie. She was hysterical. And she conveniently got up at times of the movie. I guess that would have been a real tearjerker for her, like conveniently got up and missed that part. Anyways, anyways, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. So, we thank you for listening to my story about how my daughter tricked me into watching a sad fucking movie. She told me it was a romantic comedy. It was. A romantic comedy for real. Oh yeah. So much so. So if you need a good cry and you need a good release, me before you is an absolute must see. I up until my daughter told me about it, like I said, I don't know what's going on out there. I know if I know anything, like now I've started to these last 2 years or so, I have been keeping up with um a little bit of what's going on around the world and stuff um in pockets of places that I find interest in. So like it'll be like a news anchor that I found that I like the way that they deliver the news that I'll watch, like or a YouTuber that I like the way that they deliver maybe gossip, trending stuff or fashion or something. Like you know what I mean? Like so I find so this is how I've stepped back into the world from my 15 plus years of hermitage. 10 plus, okay, maybe, where like I wasn't watching any TV at all, or knowing what's going on in the world or the news, like only hearing it in passing and shutting people down that tried to tell me about the news today. I'd be like, if I wanted to know what was going on, I would read it or watch it myself. Thank you. Because like so even like with my family, like my grandmother would always prior to that like always updating about the horror of the news out there. So when I started not watching the news and things like that, and people would bring it up, I would say I don't watch that stuff and I don't want to hear about it either. If I wanted to, I would watch that stuff and I would read about it myself. Thank you. It's cool if you want to talk about that, but don't talk about that with me. I don't care. And it's not that I don't care, is that I had to find my own decent here we go. We find words I can't say all the time. Desensitization. I had to. For as much of how I feel, everything, I had to unfeel everything. And so some of you might be on that type of journey too. So if you are, I love you because I understand, right? How sensitive you are to your environment. And so it sometimes takes you to intentionally, consciously, and purposefully remove yourself from that. And it's not fucking easy because it's everywhere you go. And it became like it took like I had to intentionally ignore a lot of things, because what it was for me that did it was this it was a shooting, like with kids involved. And it was on the news, it was like horrible. And I remember when I was hearing it, and and it was all over the news and all this kind of stuff. And then also the conspiracy theorist of like that it was staged and all this stuff. It didn't fucking matter whether it was staged or not or whatever. For like 3+ days, I was fucking hysterical, like inconsolable, um, like I just couldn't. I couldn't, like I couldn't. And I was like, I need to tap out. And it's not that I'm avoiding uh reality, right? It's that I'm gonna work on myself more so that I can deal with reality better. But I'm conscious this time. I'm not tapping out and going away. I'm tapping out and I'm being deliberate. I'm being dedicated. I'm being intentional. I'm being purposeful. I'm being willful. I'm being in control. And it was life altering, life changing. Because and then those were during like tower and tower after tower moments after talking about losing friends, family, people, like being completely isolated, moving state, like um being then isolated, like friend circle obliterated, like, and it was a lot. It was a lot. And it was either that or what? Go crazy or fall deeper. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I have a daughter. That's not allowed. You rise, conquer, you nurture, you support, and you make it less difficult or challenging for her to live out there in this world. And so I got up and I did what I have to do. Period. You know what I mean? And she's beautiful with such a wonderful head on her shoulders. You know what I mean? Could be more proud. Anyway, that's just me being a proud mama now. But yeah, so some of you might be parents, whether you're with your parent with a spouse or a partner or not, it doesn't fucking matter. Being a parent is not easy, right? Um, but I'm devoted, and I'm as much as it pained me to lose my mother at such a young age. I'm grateful for that experience because it forged into me the type of passionate, devoted mother that I am. Um, And I'm not saying that I wouldn't have been that without the pain, but all I can say is I rather focus on the positive than the pain. And I rather pay tribute to the lessons learned along the way that has created the quantum leaps forward that were needed for me to evolve and revolutionize my own personal experience, which is still occurring now for us all. Like the shit don't stop. Like you move from one to the next, but it's not moving separately, right? But first we all move from one to the next separate, and we travel the whole each one separate, and then we get to some point somewhere we're like, did I learn anything? And then so you go back, right? So that's that retrograde. You go back, right? You go back. You're like, okay. And so now you're studying, observing, right? And you go back. And then you're like, okay, I see. What did I learn? And now that's the infusion. That's the infusing all the parts. Like I walk into this space and evolutionize part of that space, moving into this part to evolutionize, infuse. Like it's like an infusion, right? Into each of the parts that make up the part, right? That make up all the parts of the whole. All right, I know. But if you are here, thank you. This is the sharing. This is the place for us to feel safe to share in our stories. You know what I mean? And to be able to feel heard and 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 appreciated, you know, because you never know who's who's going through something, and that you share something, right? And it's like, wow, I'm looking at this here, right? So this is essence and spirit, right? The essence of you forging makes like the trident that looks like the trident. Then I look at Mercury over here, spirit Mercury, right? From the divine coming into your spirit at this time, right? And working on your own communication, your release, right? Your release as you shoot, right? Like it's like you're aiming, you're shooting your arrow, right? Creating, tapping into the divine, like, but like you're the talisman, like you're tapping in, like this is even like the unk, right? Like, um, look, and then I'm looking at summer, right? This water bath, aqua vitae. So this is crazy, right? So I was doing a sun meditation, and I started to see damn, this was how many years ago? It doesn't matter. It was 8+ years ago, right? It could be 10+ years ago. I have no concept of time, but I'm trying to. So I was doing this sun meditation. I used to live in this place in New York or whatever that had like from my bedroom, I had like a rooftop deck, right? I had this like rooftop deck that I that I absolutely loved because um like if from that direction you saw the whole entire city. It had beautiful sunsets, beautiful sunrises. I can go out there. I did yoga. I meditated. I gazed under the stars. Like I had fun. Like I had other kind of interesting moments out there and stuff like that. And I loved it. And I to get out there, I had to climb out my window and jump down. And I was on this like rooftop thing or whatever. And so I was doing this was the first time this wasn't the first time that I was doing this sun meditation, but this was the first time I was seeing this in my sun meditation. And I started seeing the symbols, right? Here. And I drew it on a piece of paper. and it turned out to be like the aqua vitae right here, right? And I was seeing them like nodes coming down, right? And it's like it's water. Like, but anyways, I was having my own evolution of like just connection to all that is and stuff. And yeah, so it's just very interesting how it opens up for you, cobalt, right? And how it comes into being, how it filters, how you precipitate, right? Anyway, I'm supposed to be learning about this, but I need to pause this for a second. Hey, beautiful souls. So, okay. So don't mind me, but I'm extra. Gonna be extra all my life. Like so yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. So when I hit pause, I kind of got an idea of more of what this video is going to be about. We're going to start talking about like actual like physical ailments or certain kind of things that can occur, do occur, and different views of perspective that we can see them on, like even if it's a spiritual one, like looking at something and what it's trying to tell you, like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes we our bodies will tell us that we need to slow down or certain kind of things. It doesn't always have to be that way either. You get what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to always be that way, but I do like to look at all different angles and perspectives of thought and stuff to really fully understand something. Like, you know, but I don't want to also project everything out onto something else, right? You understand what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say there? Hold on, I gotta help my dog. Okay. Yeah. So like, yeah, whatever. Either way, so Dalmatian Jasper is known as the nurturing stone. It makes sense. It makes so much sense that this is why I picked up this stone. Because right now I'm nursing a sprained ankle, right? So, and it's interesting because um that's so interesting, right? So wait, let me just finish that. Dalmatian Jasper is known as a nurturing stone with its ability to bring out the child within it. It helps bring clarity of mind to reveal one's strengths and weaknesses, bringing in a calm sense of tranquility, wholeness, and control, right? And so I've been having ankle, like I've been dealing with like sprained ankle issues since I was a little girl because it started with when I was little. I remember this day because it was so fucking traumatic for me, right? Where I was walking in the street with my father, and you know those basement cellar doors that are on the ground on the floor that you pass them and like they're usually closed and stuff like that. So anyways, I was walking by one that was closed, and you know how you kids jump on them or whatever the case may be, but this one was kind of like broken, and so my ankle went in in between, and literally I got stuck with a closed cellar ground door and a trapped ankle or whatever. So you know, right? Baby, what are you doing? Super dog. Stay over there on that side, please. Um, right. So anyways, right, so ever since that occurrence from that age, and I was probably like, if at most, I was anywhere from 4 to 6 years old, I'm gonna say. So all of my life, this particular foot, right? I've always dealt with, and mind you, I play sports, I do a whole bunch of stuff. So I've been dealing like, you know, like this is just annoying for me when it happens. Like, you know, when I deal with, you know, inflammation or a sprain and stuff, and whatever the case may be. Hey, I'm not gonna say it's due to getting older. Fuck out of here with that bullshit. Hey, we're not gonna begin to talk age and sorry thing. But anyways, um, yeah, so it's just interesting that I picked this up because like that's why I said I was immobile when I started. Like I'm not immobile. I'm just today I'm actually listening. You don't understand. Like I have guards making me at least for today rice this bitch, which is rest, ice, compression, elevate, right? Whenever you sprain, right? So because yesterday it was bothering me and I was quiet about it. I was so quiet about it. I was just and then I there was a movement I made and my best friend was like, "What was that?" And I'm like, "Nothing." Nothing. What's wrong with your ankle? It hurts. Right? And so like a dumb ass because I want to test the fucking waters, right? So I decided to sprint to my car to really check to see if my ankle was bothering me. Shh. What? So by the time I was done for the night and all this kind of stuff, last night I took a picture of my ankle and I'm like, fuck, this is not good. Right? Like I'm supposed to be teaching right now. Literally, like so this is why I said I'm immobile, like and I'm just taking it into stride. Like it's okay because I already know that this usually lasts for me, like when it's like this and whatever, like 1 to 3 days, like whatever, like one whatever, we'll see. And I'm doing everything, so I'm not allowed. Everybody's like, I'm not like whatever. I'm not allowed to to physically work right now. Like I'm being like I'm punished. And this is an order for my guard. So I'm just like, okay, so fine. I'm gonna play. I'm gonna do stuff that I wouldn't have been able to do right now, which is whatever. So I'm thankful. So when I was getting the crystals ready and like well not crystals ready and I'm walking around because remember I said I'm a crystal connoisseur and I have crystals everywhere, right? So that's why we're gonna have so many different crystals to learn from together, right? And different videos, especially the longer videos, right? Not the short videos. So for those of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in, if you have a shorter attention span, then maybe you will appreciate more the shorter videos that I have started creating, that I've been sharing. Not that I have just started creating. I've had this YouTube channel for quite some time. And so I have a variety of eclectic kind of all types of videos up in here from, and if you don't believe me, go back to 2000, whatever, when I first started recording, because part of my journey is this is a documentation. This is a documentary of my own spiritual evolution, revolution, and my own taking the stage, sort of kind of thing, or whatever. And so there's a lot of mana for everyone in all the videos. So there's over 2K videos up in here, right? Plus infinitely growing more for those to find on their journey and to resonate wherever they find resonance on their journey, because it's a lot. Like there's a lot of videos here. So anyways, um so what was I saying? I feel punished. But I don't feel punished, and I'm just being silly, like, which is fine because I tell you I use humor for everything. But it was funny because I was actually reading an article about what you need me, babe? Hold on. Please forgive me, but that was my food. So yeah, like being brought to me. So typically, so that's why I like the setup for today, because it allows me to sit in a split while I keep one of my legs elevated. As I rest, as compress, and elevate so that I can get better. But what was I saying? So I was sharing something. Oh, sorry, I was eating a little bit something too. But so yeah, I've dealt with issues with my ankle throughout, like since this incident from being a little girl, like because I'm active and very hyper and very ninja fairy like, and I'm like a firecracker. Right? So I know, and this is just being in this type of industry of physiological understanding my own physiological issues and stuff. I never fully allowed it to heal as a kid, like because I remember I remember when I got my sprained ankle, my first sprained ankle, I faked the rest of it like I had already healed, and I pretended to still have a sprained ankle because they were waiting on me hand and foot. My parents, my mother, my father, and anything I asked for, I was getting because I couldn't walk. So, and then I got caught. My mother caught me, and she's like, "Look at her faking it," and I was caught. I was caught. So I am very I am in pain. Like, I'm not gonna play around, like, like whatever. Because when it shoots and it has, when you force it and if you ever had a sprained ankle or anything sprained or hurt or whatever the case may be, um, you know that when that shooting pain comes, like I'm screaming. Like, so this morning too, right? I still got up. I got up like forcing it. I was conscious all night, like, because lucid was my sleep. And I got up a few times too. And so I've been limp, like, off my foot, like I feel it, like whatever. So this morning when I woke up, I'm like, all right, let me see. Let me just walk carefully and calmly, like, and let me get ready, because you don't understand, like when I teach and stuff at different locations, I'm lugging in a lot of stuff because we supply all the materials for the yoga for kids, so all the mats, all of this kind of stuff. So like I and for this particular location where I'm at, literally, so this is like, it's like an old Catholic school, this location. So I always find Catholic schools fascinating in architecture too, because there's always like hidden hallways, hidden stairs, it's like it's big. It's always surprisingly much more bigger than you realize. And so for me, I grew up Catholic, and my family are Catholic, it's Catholic, and it was strict Catholic in the terms of like, even though, so I had to do all my Catholicism requirements for more, like I didn't have a choice. So like I had to go to Catholic school to learn religion instructions. Even though I went to public school and stuff like that, I still went to religion instructions. And so I have the Catholic school life experience and stuff like that for like whatever. So anyways, and so it's always fun. And then my family, they are affiliated with a particular church in Brooklyn that they have full access to. So like a lot of family parties and stuff like that would go down in this church, and whatever, don't judge. But and so us kids, because it was a Catholic school, like we explored the abandoned Catholic school part of the building when our families had parties and all this kind of, I mean it's off, like it has grandiose stairs and all this kind of stuff. And so like it was, so I'm just saying, like from my own experience and being in Catholic schools, especially that were built back then, they're fascinating. If you ever outside, we can look at the architecture, we can look at the structures and the art of it, like, especially if it has like stained glass windows and all this kind of stuff. But the inside too, the school parts, they're pretty cool. Like there's pretty cool classrooms, pretty cool, like where I don't know, I find this kind of stuff interesting and stuff like that. I did take like art history and stuff like that, and the structural, like, anyways, I don't want to talk about all of that right now. But anyways, so this particular school that I teach at, right, to get to where I teach at. Let me explain. So mind you, I have all the yoga mats, my yoga mats, any props, all the things that I carry and all this kind of stuff, right? So this is just little old me. Remember, I'm fairy size, right? Fun size. I'm strong though. We got this, right? We've been doing this for years, right? So this is cool. So I'm let in to the school, right? So you see me? So I'm let into the school, right? So let's be let into the school right over here. Okay. Let's be led into the school right over here, right? This is the door. So now I walk in and I'm carrying everything. And then I walk in a little bit. And then I have to walk in through another door, right? Okay. Walk into another door. Then I have to walk down this long hallway, right? Long hallway of different classrooms, right? The hallway. All the way to the end of the hallway. Then I have to walk another mini hallway. Then at this end of the little mini hallway, there's a narrow stairway, right? That goes upstairs. So I gotta walk up those stairs, right? So when I get up those stairs, so mind you, this is a sprained ankle. This is just I want to explain why that's right, because I was explaining what happened to me when I got up, right? So just you can understand. So this is what I'm telling myself I'm gonna do today. Just want you to understand how determined I was, because this is one of my favorite schools too. I like this school. I don't ever play favorites and all this kind of stuff, but you know, every single cycle and term and different types of kids that I deal with and teach and stuff like that. Sometimes you do develop your favorites and stuff like that. So I like this group over here, right? These groups over here. So anyway, it's a school. In a grouping. I'm calling a school grouping. All right, so I walk up these stairs, I land up these stairs, then I have to turn over here, walk over here, right? Then I have to go down these stairs into a huge, like, old school, like, lunchroom area. That's huge, right? So now we're in the lunchroom area, right? So I walk into the lunchroom area, I gotta walk all of this, because I gotta turn on all the lights. The lights are over there. And I gotta walk all around over here. It's an auditorium slash lunch area, because there's a kitchen over here and there's stairs up here that go into the bathroom. There's stairs hidden behind it. It's so cool. Anyways, and then there's a stage over here, and that's pretty much where I'm teaching over here, and the mat's over here. Anyways, so when I got up this morning, I'm like, okay, just we could do this. We could do this. Okay, we could do this. I'm like, okay, we could do this. I'm the crystal walker, right? We could do this. So I get no more than 10 steps in, and I don't even step down hard. It's just like I'm walking like I'm like, okay, I got this. And I walked regular. And when I stepped down, I went, ah! Like, cause the shooting pain, like, and I'm like, oh my, oh my God. Then my daughter, who was sleeping, comes out. She's like, Mom, you can't, because I showed her last night, and she was like, you gonna teach like that? I'm like, I'm fine, I'm gonna teach. And I'm just sharing with you my story. Thank you for listening, okay? So then she's like, you can't do it. And then the other phone call I got too, like, you can't do anything like that. And I'm just like, fine, I will reschedule my days. And do what I need to do, at least for today. Okay, so I promised everybody, at least for today, I was going to take care of myself. But that's how I feel about it. So anybody got something to say, I'm gonna stab you with my fucking crystal. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so yeah, so thank you for spending my sprained ankle day time with me. You know what I mean? Although these messages are timeless, and when you see this, you know, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for for me, and I'm feeling good. That's how I'm feeling now. I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have fun together. So I got time, guys. I got fucking time. I even canceled my onlines. Like, I'm literally giving myself the time because I'm in pain. And so, like, yeah, yeah. So canceled. The day is canceled. Right. So good thing we got a lot of shit to do together. So thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in, right? I want to take a bite. I'm still eating, guys. I'm eating with you guys. Something else I don't typically do. But that's, I'm like, what the fuck did I do? But I forgot. Because I ordered a rainbow bagel. A rainbow bagel. So typically I wouldn't be eating at this time. Because I would be doing yoga. But then I said, I'm hungry. And so I'm doing an egg and cheese on a bagel. Rainbow bagel. Well, sitting right now in a half split. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me, because this is nice to have this to come to have this space to come to and be with you guys. Those of you that are tapped in, turned on, tuned in. I like you. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Anybody else? Okay, so I have Leo rising in my Vedic astrology, right? And I say that this is my dramatic side. Although I have other dramatic signs, because Pisces is fucking as dramatic as can be, right? And Scorpio and Sagittarius, right? And freaking, anyways, we're not gonna name all of them. But all these signs, Aquarius, right? That are dramatic as fuck, right? Um, living in me. So it's crazy because I know this, but I can't help it. Like, it's just is what it is. So like, so it's just more, it's just action. You would think, oh my God, is she over like acting or dramatic? And it's just no, it is. So like, you know what's the worst? If I get sick with vomiting, because I don't like to vomit. So that is quite the dramatic experience. My daughter still talks about her like real first time, because this was years ago. She had the stomach flu. And of course, I took care of her. And so who got the stomach flu next? I did. But because I don't like to throw up, like they came in and they thought that like I was dying, because they came to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, oh, like just moaning, and because this feels horrible to have to throw up and to feel nauseous, right? So I'm like laying, and then you want to lay on cold stuff. So I took off, like in the nauseousness, like my shirt. So I'm like tittylicious out, right? Titties out, right? Laying on the cold bathroom tile floor with my legs like open, like And I'm like, oh, and they come and I'm just sitting out and like they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, what's wrong? So that shit is imprinted in my daughter's head because she's like, what the fuck? Like, 'cause I was just sprawled out like, like a drunk person, like on the like on the floor, like when the room is spinning type of thing. I don't like that feeling. This is why I don't get drunk. Like, because I don't like. I'm not saying I've never gotten drunk or anything like that. Like but that's like young when I was young, like years ago, when you don't stop at your limits or anything like that, because I don't like the feeling of loss of control like that. That shit is not a good feeling. Like I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I don't like to feel nauseous. Like I don't know. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? Like that's just how I feel about that. Like I'd rather have a fever than throw up. Right? I was thinking about that today. I was like, what would I rather have than a sprained ankle right now? And I'm like, stop it, Jennifer. Stop it. Cut the shit. Just accept what's going on right now. But I was reading an interesting article about what it means, and I was arguing with the article because I don't typically agree with what it was saying about like what it could mean spiritually or where you are in your life, because it said blocked root chakra kind of stuff or whatever, but we were reading into it, so we're going to talk about that some too. But yeah, so anyways, but you know what is starting to like bother a little bit? My butt cheeks. So I might be pausing and stuff like that to shift because I need to shift and I can't. Yeah, it was funny because I was sitting like this and I was still for a little bit and my other leg fell asleep and I'm like, I need to get up right now and you're the one that's working. It's like you cannot be asleep. You gotta wake up. You gotta wake up. So, all right. So I need to move my butt and do some stretches. So you see, so although I'm limited and stuff like that, I just want to share. So that doesn't mean that I stop my fitness. It doesn't mean that I stop, like, I'm resting. Granted, shh, don't let them hear me. But it's okay. Like, so I move into now, like, Tai Chi and Qigong type of movements. So the beauty about like Tai Chi and Qigong movements is the fluidity of the guided, like you don't have to be fast, right? It's like slow movements, it's stretch, it's elongating, right? So so like for yoga, like the positions here, like maybe doing a downward facing dog kind of stretch I can do even with a sprained ankle, not doing too much to overexert my body or myself. And I have stretching tools, so of course you know that I'm going to be doing stuff. And because I know the body and I know to work the meridians and stuff, there's a lot of like other stuff and Reiki like that I'm doing and all this kind of stuff along to help myself along the way as well, and things like that. But I'm just sharing with you like simple like stretches. I've been stretching all morning, like even though I've been like this and stuff like that. So like it doesn't mean use this as an excuse to become atrophied. You know what I mean? So no, no, no. We encourage movement, we encourage stretch, we encourage that leveling of evolution. Like I'm good. I could still dance. It's just a different kind of controlled kind of dance, and it also challenges me to a new dance of hitting the beat to the beat, dancing to the beat, and that kind of thing. So anyway, so yeah, so I need to stretch a little bit. I'll be back. Right, so I don't know where I left off. I left off somewhere, right? But yeah, did I finish the story about when I got up? I don't know where we even left off. So much time. Stretch. I ate some of my food. Um, yeah. So I don't even know where I was at. I should have wrote that down. We'll see. But either way, um, yeah. Let's learn more about Dalmatian Jasper. He's Dalmatian Jasper. So, Dalmatian Jasper is known as a nurturing stone, with its ability to bring out the child within it. It helps bring clarity of mind to reveal one's strengths and weaknesses, bringing in a calm sense of tranquility, wholeness, and control. Right? Right. I'm reading. Dalmatian Jasper helps to overcome depression and feelings of hopelessness or disillusionment. It has a dynamic resonance that can shake up. All right, here we go. There we go. Okay. Dalmatian Jasper, also known as Dalmatian stone or Dalmatian, comes from Chihuahua, Mexico. It gets its name from its spotted appearance, bringing to the mind the breed of dog known as Dalmatian. Dalmatian Jasper can be polished or blah, blah, blah. Dalmatian Jasper is often referred to as the stone of joy, and it has a playful, childlike vibration that can help you release anger or feelings of hurt or frustration. Right? It allows us to connect with our own inner child and let go of resentment, bitterness, or feelings of restriction to immerse ourselves fully in the positive aspects of life. The dark spots are caused by tourmaline deposits, which adds the energy of spiritual grounding and psychic protection to the stone. Right? The properties of Dalmatian jasper range from protection and shielding to encouraging openness of expression, joy, and laughter. Although it is often called Dalmatian jasper, in truth, it should more correctly be referred to as Dalmatian stone, as its makeup does not meet the gemological definition of jasper. Physical properties of Dalmatian jasper. Dalmatian stone consists predominantly of feldspars, mesoferrite, quartz, alkali amphiboles, and lesser amounts of hematite and epidote. The stone is an ingenious microcrystalline quartz with a mixture of other minerals creating the speckled look. It is the member of the Chalcedony, right? Which is like carnelian, right? It is a member of Chalcedony silicate and quartz group with the chemical composition SiO2, right? It is measured as having a hardness of 6.57 on the Mohs scale. Dalmatian jasper is a protective stone and can be used or carried with you to dispel the kind of negativity that seems to seep into you from the complainers or pessimists you may be forced to share space with. This is gonna be a deep one, guys. Okay, because we're gonna dive into so many dimensions of life. I really I'm so happy that you're here. Okay. Right. So the inclusion of black tourmaline and the spots found on this unusual stone act as mini sponges, absorbing negativity and harmful vibrations from the environment. Many people use it to ward off nightmares and achieve a peaceful night's sleep. It also has the added benefit of encouraging you to see the funny side of situations. Isn't that funny? Because I was saying I just like to see the humor in this all, right? So today I'm listening, right? I'm cooperating. I'm being a cooperative component here with the universe. So that everybody's like, chill, sit, rest, relax, enjoy, right? Enjoy. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So yeah, right? So in watching that movie with my daughter, right? Me Before You, right? There was a part, I'm telling you, spoiler alert, okay? Spoiler alert. If you don't want to know this part, you can forward this part right now. But I'm speaking free. And if you could be like me where it doesn't matter because when you watch it, you're gonna watch it with fresh eyes anyways, then it doesn't matter what I say. Right. So there's this part, right, when somebody dies, right? And and they wrote this letter, right? And they're like, I couldn't tell you this like when um in person because you're so emotional. Like, I'm hysterical at this point, right? I'm just like I'm hysterical, hysterical. Not even funny about how hysterical, like tears streaming down my eyes nonstop, like from both eyes, all this sibling, sibling. Yeah, like for real, right? And anyways, one of the points that the person made was, don't try to think of me too much. Right? Don't try to think of me too much because it'll just make you sad. Instead, live, be well, live and be well. Right? No. Mind you, this person made sure that this person can live and be well. And I'm like, crying, like, how do you be well knowing that this person is no longer here anymore, right? And of course I'm gonna think of you and be sad because you're not here. What was the whole point of that? What was I talking about? Um, right. So funny side, right? And of course in this letter too, the person was funny. So it's like seeing the funny, even the sad, seeing the funny, right? Anyways, right? Because there's always something funny you can find in anything. Like my daughter, although she had seen the movie and watched it and cried herself, right? Um, when she watched it on her own, cried by herself in her own privacy, right? Um, her funny humor enjoyment was to watch me cry in my dramatics and stuff like that. But either way, so all right. So it also has the added benefit of encouraging you to see the funny side of situations. It helps to dispel fear and ameliorate threats, making it a useful crystal to have at hand if your work brings you into contact with bullies or authority figures who seek to control you, right? And so like dealing with the nonsense online and all this kind of like, or evil eye type of stuff. So this is great, right? For evil eye type of shit, especially in the workplace. Dalmatian Jasper. About to go get you bigger. I'm gonna write that down. Dalmatian Jasper by bigger stone. Okay. All right. So this stone is said to combat exhaustion and boredom and act as an instant pick-me-up when you're feeling depleted. It can help you to find fun and joy in even the smallest of things and allows you to reconnect with your childhood sense of curiosity and wonder. Dalmatian stone is a good cleanser, repelling or absorbing negativity from your auric field and helping you regain a positive outlook. It is useful as a balancing stone for the yin and yang energies of the body, addressing any lack of overabundance of either, bringing the meridian systems into harmony. This crystal can help you towards greater self-awareness and in recognizing your strengths and weaknesses. If you can address your faults lovingly and positively, you will be much better equipped to deal with any thoughts, feelings, or behaviors that are getting in the way of your peace of mind. Um, so this is also, by the way, on crystaldandjewelries.com, right? Just so that you know. If you can address your faults lovingly and positively, you will be much better equipped to deal with any thoughts, feelings, or behaviors that are getting in the way of your peace of mind and happiness. Dalmatian Jasper is aligned vibrationally with the base or root chakra and can help you feel calm and grounded if you are undergoing stressful or trying times, right? It also brings you back to reality if you are in danger of letting your own success go to your head. This quality is especially important if you are suddenly catapulted into a position of power over others. It is vital that you keep a sense of your own responsibility towards others. Dalmatian Jasper can prevent any unintended abuses of power or authority, creating a better environment for all concerned. I love this. Dalmatian Jasper helps to overcome depression and feelings of hopelessness or disillusionment. It has a dynamic resonance that can shake up stuck emotions and allow you to move forward. Right? Varieties of Dalmatian Jasper, right? So Dalmatian Jasper is mostly found in combinations of a white background with black or very dark brown spots. Deposits of black tourmaline cause the dark colors. This crystal takes dye very easily, so it is becoming more common now to be found in blue, green, or even pink varieties. People are just dyeing it. No, I like it in this color. I like it in its original, carved into talisman and artifacts. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, they make, yeah. Okay. Dalmatian Jasper is a handy tool in meditation. Hold the stone in your hand while you visualize your intentions for the stones. Remember that they are listening and always ready for use. Right? There are many reasons to use this crystal in your daily life. The joyful energies it emits are welcome at any time, and the steadying, nurturing vibrations of Dalmatian Jasper can keep you calm and positive no matter what is going on in your life. The physical health benefits of Dalmatian Jasper can cleanse and support internal organs and give a boost to your immune system. As emotional support, Dalmatian Jasper is best used to achieve balance and moderation in your emotional life. If you are prone to react quickly, to be a bit of a drama queen, or to meet any perceived slight with aggression, what? Now I know why I was drawn to you. Now I know why I was drawn to you. You see me bonding again. I said, my good boy, go check out my Dalmatian Jasper. And he was just trying to look out for me. He's like, yo, bitch, you need to calm down. You need to calm down. You need to stop. Sit down. You was telling you to sit down? Look at that. Aren't they cute? I think so. This reminds me of a turtle right now. Turtle. All right, okay. Stop it. Okay. If you are prone to react quickly, to be a bit of a drama queen, or to meet any perceived slight with aggression, call upon the steadying, harmonizing energies of Dalmatian Jasper to help you to regain your equilibrium and to get things into perspective. As this stone is technically not really a member of the Jasper group of crystals, it is not recognized as a universal healer the same way as red or green Jasper is. However, it has its own unique vibration for healing, which consists of gently uncovering the underlying emotional causes of many physical ailments so that they can be healed. Physical healing powers. Isn't that crazy? We were just talking about that. We said we are going to be talking about that. This is what? Okay, right? Some people maintain that Dalmatian Jasper helps support the circulatory and digestive systems. It is especially good at balancing the mineral contents of the cells of the physical body. It is nurturing and supportive in its application, allowing the body to access its own healing systems in a natural, non-invasive way. This stone can help regulate your temperature so that you can neither be too hot nor too cold, which applies equally to your emotional state. Though its abilities to balance the meridian channels and the flow of chi or life force energy, Dalmatian Jasper can cool a hot temper or encourage warmth into a cold, standoffish nature. All conditions will benefit from using this stone for a prolonged period of time, as it effects are subtle and tends to work slowly. Dalmatian Jasper and wealth. Dalmatian Jasper is considered by many to be a stone of good luck and good fortune. It will help balance your financial life so that you do not overspend if this is something you know you are prone to do. Carry a piece of the crystal in your wallet or purse to remind you that spending money should be fun, not stressful, and you may find it easier to keep within your budget. It is also a stone that can encourage you to work as a team with your colleagues instead of always competing against each other. With cooperation and good feeling between work colleagues, you will probably find that everyone benefits emotionally and financially while can we all just get along? Get along, get along. I wanna be your friend, but don't come at me sideways with no slick shit because I will karate chop you out the motherfucking way so quick that you didn't even blink yet. You're like, what? Yeah, out the door. Okay. Okay. Dalmatian Jasper is a practical stone and it will help you find practical solutions to your problems. It can also help you with your organization. I swear it's also the Virgo in me, right? That with the I'm laughing at myself from this morning. What are you doing? I'm laughing at myself from this morning because I was so determined because like I love what I do and do what I love, right? And I love working with the kids and all this kind of stuff. It brings me joy to be that leveling of influence in their early on life, right? Like it's like, yes, you have this go-to it's like a seed that I'm planting in their being, right? Because I teach kids as young as 1 fucking years old, okay? Like I teach kids as young as 1 years old. I teach babies that can cry through a whole class of fucking yoga, okay? Babies that wear Pampers, have boogers streaming down their nose, drool, they crawl, they still can't even stand yet, and all this kind of stuff, crying. Especially in the beginning part of yoga, if they're emotional, if they're that emotional. By the time I'm done with the babies, like, through the season that I'm with the babies, anyways, right? They love yoga, right? So think about that. But I get them that young where they're not even walking yet. And then by the time I'm done teaching, like, in that season and they're transitioning into their next class grade or whatever the case may be, they love yoga. It's an honor. Anyways, um, but like, I'm one of the favorite teachers. I'm not tooting my own horn, but I'm a fave. I'm a kid's fave teacher, you know. But either way, so it's great. It's not like, oh my god, I'm not gonna work, like that kind of thing when I have to teach, right? So, um, so and they'll ask me too if I don't teach. They'll be like, "What happened to you?" Even though I reschedule, and they get me more. But either way, it's cool. So what was I saying? So, anyways, I told you this is gonna be a long one. Okay, take it as you will. You're learning too. I feel you. Whoever it's you that I feel, you're if you don't have this stone already, you're getting it. Especially because of your attitude toward maybe spending money or something. That's whomever I'm picking up on right now. Like, or maybe your attitude, yeah, towards stuff, or maybe even competition, Okay, anyway. Okay, Dalmatian Jasper is a practical stone and it will help you find practical solutions to your problems. It can also help you with the organization so that you will work productively and effectively. Calling upon this stone can stimulate your imagination and turn your bright ideas into action. Dalmatian Jasper also brings calm and tranquility and a feeling of achievement with every goal you complete. I'm also remembering I said I was going to do a video sharing with you my mom's favorite crystal. So stay tuned for that. That's coming in soon too, okay? It will encourage a positive attitude, foster happiness, invite good luck, and improve your mood so that you can see the positives rather than the negatives in most situations. It is a very important stone for anyone who wants to succeed in their financial affairs and business endeavors. Right? Dalmatian Jasper for love and relationships. Dalmatian Jasper can strengthen family ties. It can help to strengthen your loyalty to your family, to your partner, or your spouse. It encourages you to be more conscious of your actions, choices, and decisions because everything you do can affect all those you love. This stone also teaches you to be generous, considerate, and responsible because you know that their happiness also lies in your hands. The energies that the stone carries will make you see who your real friends are. These are the people who have stayed by your side through the good times and the bad. These are the people who will not hesitate to tell you the truth when you need a good serving of it. They are the people who know you inside and out but still choose to stay in your life. Dalmatian Jasper will also remove your tendencies to overthink or overanalyze things. Sometimes things are just what they seem. Nothing more, nothing less. That's like when I always say that. Nothing more, nothing less. Its connection with childlike simplicity and with the ability to enjoy the present moment just for what it is can help to keep critical thoughts both of ourselves and others at bay. This stone will encourage you to read between the lines, but not to place too much emphasis on what should be the simple things in life. Dalmatian Jasper will work to harmonize your emotions. It will help you keep your composure during emotion-filled moments. When you let your emotions get the better of you, you will only regret a lot of things that you said or did. This stone will help you to take to take a step away from your immediate reaction and consider whether you really want to say or do those hurtful things that occur in the heat of the moment. Dalmatian Jasper will encourage honesty and loyalty. It will help you to be the honest and loyal to the people who have been honest and loyal to you. Dalmatian Jasper is also a good stone that can help you prolong your sexual pleasure. This has a lot to do with the level of comfort and intimacy that you share with your partner, right? So a deepening of that. Dalmatian Jasper is also an excellent stone to use when you want to reflect on the actions, choices, and decisions that you have made in the past, especially when this includes past lovers or partners, especially during this Mercury retrograde, right? And Pluto. It can help you see which behavior patterns you wish to avoid repeating and learn from previous experiences to grow emotionally and spiritually. This is a great stone for the Dalmatian Jasper. Great for any retrograde period. Right? Great for any retrograde period. It can help you see which behavior patterns you wish to avoid repeating and learn from previous experiences to grow emotionally and spiritually. The entire chakra system can benefit from the application of Dalmatian Jasper as it harmonizes all energies into a healthy flow. It is a balancing, cleansing crystal that can be used to keep each chakra open and to function healthily so that the energy flows into and out of each center to support the body's well-being in every way. The vibration of Dalmatian Jasper is aligned with the energies of the base or root chakra. This chakra is responsible for our feelings of material safety and security. When it is in balance, we feel confident, empowered, and free from fear. If the base chakra, and it's interesting because remember telling you about the article that I was reading about that I was arguing with it about what it was saying in regards to a sprained ankle and the root chakra, the base chakra being misaligned, and then this one talking about it. Anyways, what you trying to say, spirits? I don't know. I'm learning too. These enchanting bowels of learning sprees. They're for me too. You know what I mean? So, when it is in balance, we feel confident, empowered, and free from fear. If the base chakra is depleted or weak, we can fall prey to unfounded anxieties and feelings of fear so great that we hesitate to take any action at all. This keeps us stuck, miserable, and depressed. Place a piece of Dalmatian Jasper on the base of your spine or on the floor between your knees if sitting cross-legged. Mimi? Cross-legged? How that? My daughter needs me. Alrighty, so place a piece of Dalmatian Jasper on the base of your spine or on the floor between your knees if sitting cross-legged. Breathe in the energies of the stone through your perineum and visualize the energy traveling up the back of your spine over the top of your head and then dropping down over your face to rejoin the energy at your base. Do this several times until you feel centered and grounded, connected to the earth and the world around you in a positive way. Also too, if I ever speak too fast, there is a feature here on YouTube that allows you to slow down the speed of my videos. So if I'm talking too fast, you always have that option. You're gonna have to play with it on your end to see where it shows that for you, but there is an option. I just saw it the other day and I was like, oh shit, there it goes. Where you can slow down how fast I'm talking. Okay. The best crystals to combine and use with Dalmatian Jasper. Dalmatian Jasper can be used with several different stones to enhance their own powers and vibrations to influence your thoughts and emotions positively. When working on the entire system, Dalmatian Jasper can be used in combination with clear quartz, right? Clear quartz for the crown chakra or black obsidian for the base chakra. I have it over there. Using these two chakras to balance and bring the others into alignment is an effective way of activating and revitalizing your physical and subtle bodies. Dalmatian Jasper combines with lapis lazuli. That's another one we could do another day. Can help you ground your insights and spiritual wisdom down into your body. This lapis lazuli is beautiful. Where you can begin to take action and bring your ideas to life in the physical world. Other crystal combinations. Pair Dalmatian Jasper with lilac lepidolite. I don't know how to say this, but whatever. thananium stone, and pink tourmaline in a healing grid to address the effects of an imbalance in yin and yang within the body. If your energies are too yang, you may be vulnerable to burnout and stress. Too much yin energy may make you feel cold, overly passive, or even depressed. The combinations above can bring the fire and light of yang energy into harmony with the moisture and darkness of yin energy, so that both elements are present in a healthy amount for optimum health. Right? When, why, and how to cleanse and charge Dalmatian Jasper. Clear, cleanse, and activate your Dalmatian Jasper often. I'm always big on that too. I tell you guys that I know that I'm a connoisseur of crystals, but I'm always recharging them. I'm always cleansing them. I'm always bonding with them. Right? Or acknowledging them too, right? You can gently rinse your crystals in water and place them outside under the sun or the full moon for several hours. I love to do both. You can also put your Dalmatian Jasper in the soil or branches of a houseplant for one whole day. That's nice. All right, that's cool. You will know that they have been adequately cleansed because their colors will be more vivid and vibrant, right? Dalmatian Jasper as a birthstone. Okay. Oh, look at that. And I was talking about Virgo. The energies of Dalmatian Jasper resonate with the zodiac sign of Virgo. And it is a natural birthstone for anyone born between August 23rd and September 22nd. So this is my dad's stone too. Virgo people tend to be perfectionists and can easily slip into a judgmental mode when others do not meet their expectations. This crystal can help to remind you that life does not have to be serious all of the time, especially if you have Virgo in your chart. Right? Dalmatian Jasper in legends and history, the stone was given its name because it resembles the fur of the spotted dog, also known as fire engine dogs. It usually makes people smile when they see it, making it a cheerful stone in all respects. According to legend, the ancient Egyptians wore jasper scarabs as amulets, as the crystal was believed to increase sexual potency. According to the Bible, jasper was a direct gift to humankind from God and was intended to be the first foundation stone of the New Jerusalem. The indigenous peoples of North America and Asia are said to have attributed the power of rainmaking to this distinctively marked stone. Right? Dalmatian Jasper is a stone for people who want to inject more fun into their lives. This stone will help you relax and be more open to experiencing fun situations and finding happiness in the little everyday things. Dalmatian Jasper will help you stay grounded in reality and decrease or eliminate your sense of disillusionment. The healing energies of this stone promote love, loyalty, and long-term relationships. On a physical level, it can purify the blood and ease the symptoms of depression. Dalmatian Jasper is also known to be a stone used by the veterinarians and people who work with healing or treating animals. It helps calm the animals and reassure them that the people taking care of them are only there to help them. Right? Dalmatian Jasper is a stone that you should have with you if you want an instant pick-me-up. It will also help you to realize your tendencies to overthink and overanalyze things. Wear a piece of Dalmatian Jasper to events or places where you're going to have a dull time. Its energies will lift your spirits and make you game for anything. If you wear it on days that you expect will be physically and emotionally exhausting, it will help you combat your exhaustion. Dalmatian Jasper meaning is always appreciated by those seeking to avoid those people sometimes cheekily dubbed emotional vampires. Those people whose presence seems to sap the life and energy out of the room or out of those around them. This crystal will help you keep your energies within your own aura and not have to share them unwillingly with those who lean on others a little too much to energize themselves. Likewise, suppose you are often surrounded by negative people who refuse to see the lighter side of a situation or follow up on solutions and sound advice. In that case, this crystal can help to ground you against trying to get too involved. We all want to help, but people have to want to help themselves at times also. Dalmatian Jasper will also work to cleanse and energize your aura. It will strengthen you and your sense of family loyalty and give you the ability to know a true friend from a foe. It's a perfect stone to wear if you need to look at your own strengths and weaknesses, right? We read this already, right? Yeah, so I'm just repeating. Okay, yeah, we're repeating. We're going on repeat. That's like Mercury retrograde is wild. So, right. So I hope that you enjoyed learning about Dalmatian Jasper with me. All right, so we're going to be moving on to other enjoyable things on here as well. So definitely go get you a Dalmatian Jasper. Okay, beautiful. So I want to see who's here. Say hi to you. Right. Oh, you could be a life path number 2. You could have been born in February. Feeling the love, feeling the love. Ah. Right? You could be, oh, I forgot my wand. I'm sorry, guys. Right? You could have a Mercury in Pisces. You could be life path number 1. You could have been born in 1961. You could be a life path number 6. You could be a Pisces. You could be Aquarius. You could be a Libra. You could be life path number 2 or 4. You could be 24 years old. You could be 42 years old. You could be 41 years old. You can be 28 years old. You could have been born in 1982, 1984, 1981, 1986. You could be 36 years old. You could be 63 years old. You could have been born in 1993. You could have been born in 1963. Okay, you could be, oh, Pluto's up in here too. What about you, Pluto? Right? What about you, Pluto? I'm looking at Capricorn here. You could be a Capricorn. You could be any earth sign as well, right? You could have a Neptune in Capricorn or Neptune in Libra. You could be a Taurus. You could be a Gemini, right? You can be whatever you want to be. You could be a Pisces, Aries, in case you don't see, a Leo, right there. You'd have been born in 1997, 1979, 1971, 1970, 1987, 1986, 1999. You could have been born. You could be life path 9. You could have been born in 1991. You could be 51 years old, 54 years old, 45 years old, 41 years old, 43 years old. You could have been born in 1980. You could have been born in 1960. You could be a motherfudging Scorpio. Okay. You could be life path number 6, life path number 9. You could be born in 1967, 1976. You could be 26. You could be 27 years old. Right? You could have been born in the month of November. You could have been born in the month of December. You could have been born in the month of March. You could be life path number 3, life path number 2. You could be 23 years old. Okay, you could be life path number 8. You could be life path number 9. You could be life path number 7. You could be life path number 1. I said that right? Yeah. Right. All right. Anything else I'm seeing? Anything else I'm seeing? Right? That I didn't already say. That I didn't already say. You could be 26, 21, 26. You'd have been born in 1986, 1989, 30 years old, 50 years old, 20 years old, 43 years old. Life path 3, life path 4. Earth sign. Capricorn, is that right? Yeah, okay. I'm getting antsy, guys. I'm gonna have to get up and stretch again soon. All right. Hi, hello, welcome. Thank you. If you have yet to like this video and you are still here, wow, I love you. Thank you for listening to all my little stories shared with you all. Right? So let's see what numbers come up here. Right? Maybe these could be your lotto numbers. For those of you that like to do numbers, let's see what we got. Okay. Right? Lotto numbers. So you got, all right, and angel numbers too. You can look at them at lotto numbers or angel numbers, however you want to do. Right? So you got 44, right? You got 64. You got 40. Look at these numbers in any way you want. You can look at them as ages. You can look at them as lotto numbers. You can look at them as life path numbers. Look at them as months. You can look at them as days. However, I'm going to be coming out angel numbers, however it is that you want to look at them. But that's how we're going to look at them, okay? And I'm going to read them how I see them, right? Right? You could be 54 years old too, right? Life path number 9. Life path number 5, right? Here we go. So 64, 54, 45, 26, 6, right? Green. I'm gonna look at green, like lotto machine. 44, 33, 32, 23, right? The month of June, the month of April, May, 4 clay, 4 and S, right? 2 embers, 5 tallow, Taurus. Could have been born on the 6th day, 26 years old. Lotto numbers 65, 54, 52, 55, 53, 555. Angel numbers 5555. Yeah, 5, 5, 5. I'm like, where did I see that other 5? 5. And look at another 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 7, life path number 7. You're seeing 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So 5 4s. Yeah, 6, 6, 6. Yeah, 3, 3. Oh, another 5. And another 4, 3, 6, 6 4s, 6 5. 4 6s. See how many of these double numbers. All right, we're doing this together. So you got 11, 2 2 2 2, 6 6 6 6, right? 3 3, 3 3 2, 3 3 1 1, right? 5 6 5, or 5 6 5 6. Maybe we said 4 4 4 4 4, 4 6 4 6, 6 4 6 4, 4 3 4 3 3 4 3 4. I said we're gonna have fun here today. I got time. But I am gonna have to get up because I'm getting restless and I need to stretch this out. I'm also getting a little sleepy, but whatever. I can, like, I like to be on the go. I like to do this kind of stuff, like, and I said I promised everybody I was gonna do it. I promised everybody I was going to rest and give at least today that. But I should be giving that to myself anyways, So hold on. And then we got something new that we're gonna be doing from now on too, because that's how I feel called upon to do, and it's gonna be included in every long video as well. I hope you like it. It's another learning station curve. So the same way that we're learning about crystals, we're also going to be learning about spirit animals. Okay, because I work very closely with animals in the spirit animal kingdom and in real life, and we're going to be learning about the spiritual messages from these wonderful majestic creatures, and we're going to be doing it we'll be learning the same way that we learn one crystal at a time. We're going to be learning one animal at a time, obviously. Okay, all right, so that's going to be next when I come back. Right, so this is going to be my spirit animal box because it's going to be so many, and because I have such little hands, as you can see, right, this is how it's going to be. So, but so this is the box is going to be kept in and stuff like that. So I do want to shuffle it still a little bit, right, before choosing one with you guys at random. So, right, so I'm going to put them this way. So you can see, you see. So we're gonna choose a random animal and see what's gonna be the animal that we learn about together today. Okay. Jellyfish. We're gonna learn about jellyfish. Are you excited? Right, just because. We're gonna learn about jellyfish. Okay, we're gonna learn about jellyfish and what messages jellyfish have for us. Alrighty, so welcome back to Jellyfish, Spirit Jellyfish 101. Right? Jellyfish's symbolism and meaning include beauty, wake-up calls, being in flow, regeneration, immortality, and intuition, right? Reiki healing energy too, right? Know that you are forever entangled with everything energetically, so there is no need to hold on so tightly, right? So jellyfish is among the world's most ancient creatures, arriving before the infamous dinosaur. To look at a jellyfish, you almost feel transported into childhood peaks through a kaleidoscope. Their colors include purple, pink, and yellow, with some even having the ability to glow in the dark, shining a light for you to follow. As its name implies, the jellyfish has a smooth, flexible exterior akin to a slight silk bag. Unlike most animals, however, they have no ears, eyes, or brain. Their main function is eating. The design of the digestive system keeps them from getting weighed down with food. The weight would devastate the jelly's movement and possibly become life-threatening. Here, jellyfish teaches you you should not carry more than we should or more than we absolutely need. Right? So, so isn't it interesting? Because now the next sentence that I'm reading, it says the jellyfish depends on two things to move around. First, its nifty ability. They squirt a bit of water out of their mouth and it propels them forward. Second is less trustworthy. Jellyfish is a servant of the ocean where waves and currents may tussle and tangle them into uncomfortable situations. Thankfully, the jellyfish is the ultimate symbol of the power of flexibility, their soft shell keeping them from harm. And it's just so interesting, right? One lesson from the jellyfish comes in remaining aware of our environment. For survival, they must move away from harsh weather in the winter closer to the equator. Come the warmth, they return, creating a simple and sublime balance and harmony. In considering jellyfish meaning, you can look at individual types for more definition. For example, the immortal jellyfish has the unique ability of reversing its development, returning to a colony polyp state. It stays in polyp form until danger or whatever stress the creature has passed, making the jellyfish an emblem of transformation. I love that, right? An emblem for transformation. I'm going to write these on these cards. It's just, I want to do it neatly. Right? So I don't want to write it now. An emblem for transformation. Immortality, because they're linked to they're immortal, right? Where do we go? One lesson from the jellyfish comes in remaining aware of our environment. For survival, they must move away from harsh reefs. I said that already. Come to earth. All right. In considering jellyfish meaning, you can look at individual types for more definition. For example, the immortal jellyfish has the unique ability of reversing its development, right? Immortality. Reversing its development. Right? Returning to colony hope state. Return to center. It's like return to center, right? In its pulp state, right? It stays in pulp form until danger or whatever stress the creature has passed, making the jellyfish an emblem of transformation, right? Transformation. What the hell? Let this get out. So annoying. Can't close it. All right. It's just speaking about various kinds of. All right. All right, speaking of stinging, it says superstitions tell us being stung by a jellyfish portends bad luck with money. Encountering the menacing man o' war may predict the death or very serious argument, cutting ties to the point where they may never recover. Thankfully, your jellyfish animal system isn't here to intimidate you, so what can you expect, right? The jellyfish spirit animal comes to individuals who are being stubborn when a little give and take would go a long way, right? So it has to do with stubbornness. Right? Being too stubborn. Don't be too stubborn, right? When give and take a little. So give and take a little. Right? Finding ease in life is not always an easy task, but moving smoothly is jellyfish's talent, right? Talented. Moving smoothly. Okay. Take a cue from your spirit animal and compromise. It's about compromise. Jellyfish may appear in your life when your peripheral ocean is in full out squall. Everything around you seems to spin and fear takes hold. While it sounds crazy at first, jellyfish spirit animal says, calm down. Right? Baby, calm down. Calm down. Dun, 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 calm down, right? Um, You know how people get hurt when they tighten up instead of relaxing their bodies? It's a fine example of exactly what jellyfish is teaching you. There is nothing you can do to change the situation. All you can do is alter how you respond to it. Don't give into the victim mentality. More important, don't let the current storm drive you from your inner compass. Don't let current storm drive you from your inner compass. Stay true. I like that. Stay true. Another thing which often happens when your life gets chaotic is small things look far more complex than what's happening. Jelly is a very simple creature, lives without pretense and urges you to do likewise. Don't look for problems when stress expresses itself by exasperating your perceptions. Once you get past knee-jerk reactions, you can glide with jellyfish slowly and really take in your surroundings. Jellyfish is a spirit animal tied to water, which represents our emotions, right? Think about how your environment impacts the way you feel and the way you treat others. Watch out for stingers. Jellyfish spirit animal brings a time of healing into your life. Maybe you lost someone, separated from a project you adored, or maybe you have forgotten self-care, self-forgiveness, or self-love, right? Accept the gift of reclaiming wholeness the jellyfish offers, right? So, hold on. Right. So self-care, self-forgiveness, self-love, reclaim whole. Right. Yeah, so that was cool. Right. We learned a little bit about our jellyfish friends, right? Let me see what else I can pick up for them. Right. Jellyfish spiritual. All right. Jellyfish are one of the most mesmerizing creatures in the ocean. They have a unique beauty. Oh, unique beauty. We can write this. So you have a unique beauty. and otherworldly quality. Otherworldly quality, right? Symbols of transformation, adaptability, and resilience, right? However, they can also represent sensitivity, intuition, and creativity. Strong connection to the ocean. You might feel strongly connection to the ocean, right? I have a strong affiliate, like infinity to the ocean, and be drawn to its mysteries. Read on. All right, so some Native American tribes believe that jellyfish are the embodiments of water spirits. Water spirits, that's interesting. They are seen as messengers from the spirit world and are often associated with intuition, emotion, and psychic ability. The jellyfish is considered a protector and a guide. Protector, guide, right? Helping navigate the subconscious mind's murky waters. Navigate subconscious mind murky, right? Jellyfish can teach us about the power of adaptability and resilience. They show us how to flow with the tides of life and go with flow. Jellyfish can also remind us to trust our intuition and listen to our inner voice, right? Inner voice. Listen. If you have, right, so you may be called to work with your intuition and psychic ability in a healing or shamanic capacity, right? Shaman. The native people believed that the jellyfish attached itself to someone was a sign that the person needed to be cleansed and healed. The jellyfish's sting was thought to be purifying, right? Purifying. And would help to cleanse the person of any negativity or illness. Jellyfish are often seen as symbols of transformation and healing. Their ability to change shape and flow with the tides can teach us about the power of change and adaptability. What are you doing? What are you doing, little girl? Why are you coming this way? Okay, why are you coming this way? This is not the way to come. Go over there. All right. In Celtic mythology, jellyfish are associated with the other world and the realm of the dead. They are often seen as guides who can help us to navigate the spiritual realm. Right? The Celts believed that jellyfish were creatures of great wisdom and were often seen as stop, back up. Hold on one second. You cannot. I make animal barricades and it doesn't work. Hey, it's because I don't really want to keep the animal out. Right? They are often seen as guides who can help us to navigate the spiritual realm. The Celts believe that jellyfish were creatures of great wisdom and were often seen as symbols of transformation. Jellyfish also have a strong connection to the moon. In many cultures, they are seen as representatives of the feminine principle. Right? They are often associated with emotions, intuition, and psychic ability, right? The Celts see the jellyfish as a symbol of the soul's journey through life, right? They believe that jellyfish represent our ability to flow with the tides of change and adapt to new situations. Jellyfish are also seen as symbols of healing and regeneration, right? Regeneration. It is also considered good luck to spot a jellyfish in the wild. If you're drawn to jellyfish, you may be attracted to their emotional depth, right? Emotional depth, intuition, and psychic ability and symbolism. In Christianity, jellyfish can represent the virtue of chastity. Where are my born again virgins? Where are my abstinent celibate crew at? Where are you? In some cultures, such as in China, jellyfish are also seen as a symbol of wealth, right? and good fortune. Good fortune. The jellyfish is also known for the ability to represent the soul. In some cultures, such as Japan, the jellyfish is seen as the guardians of the dead and is thought to guide the dead to the afterlife. Right? Afterlife. Guide. The Christians believe that if you encounter jellyfish, it is a sign that you need to be purified. The jellyfish sting is a way to cleanse oneself of negativity or illness. Jellyfish are also known for their ability to change shape. This can be seen as a representation of the ability to change and adapt to new situations. Jellyfish are fascinating creatures that have a wealth of meaning and symbolism associated with them. If you have encountered a jellyfish, take time to reflect on what this creature might be trying to tell you. In Far Eastern cultures, jellyfish are often seen as symbols of good luck and fortune. They are also associated with the moon and are thought to be representative of the feminine principle. In some cultures, such as Japan, the jellyfish is seen as a guardian of the dead and blah, blah, blah. It's like repeating itself. The jellyfish is also a popular motif in art, literature, and tattooing in the Far East and has a strong spiritual meaning and symbolism. The Far Eastern people believe that having a jellyfish tattoo will bring you good luck, fortune, and protection. Right? When the jellyfish appears in your dreams, it is often a sign of good news, new beginnings, and positive changes. Seeing a jellyfish in your waking life may be a sign that you must pay attention to your feminine side and intuition. In many African cultures, jellyfish are seen as symbols of good luck, fortune, and fertility. They are often associated with the moon and are considered a link between the physical and spiritual worlds. In some cultures, jellyfish are also seen as a symbol of protection. There are many stories and legends about jellyfish in Africa, and they are often featured in art and folklore. The Africans see the jellyfish as the bringer of good luck and fortune. The jellyfish is also associated with the moon. The moon is said to be the bringer of fertility. The jellyfish is also a link between the physical and spiritual world. If the jellyfish appears in their dreams, they often interpret it as a sign from the gods. In some cultures, jellyfish are also seen as a symbol of protection. One legend tells the story of a woman saved from drowning by a jellyfish. The jellyfish had wrapped its tentacles around her and carried her to safety. Right? Jellyfish have a deep spiritual meaning and symbolism associated with them. They are often seen as symbols of healing, regeneration, and emotional depth. Jellyfish are also known for changing shape and adapting to vibrata. Some believe that jellyfish are reincarnated souls that have not yet found their way to the afterlife. Others see them as messengers from the divine, bringing us messages of hope and healing. No matter your interpretation, there is no denying that jellyfish are fascinating creatures with a lot to teach us. Jellyfish spiritual meaning also represents our connection to the ocean. Just as jellyfish are creatures of the sea, we too are connected to this vast and powerful body of water, right? The ocean is a place of mystery and wonder, reminding us that there is more to life than what we can see on the surface. The jellyfish spirit animal is a powerful totem for those seeking emotional depth and healing. Jellyfish are known for their ability to change shape and adapt to new situations. If you feel lost or stuck in your life, the jellyfish spirit animal can help you find your way. This totem will also teach you the importance of going with the flow and trusting your intuition. The jellyfish spirit animal is also a symbol of transformation. If you are going through a major life change, the jellyfish totem can help you navigate through it. This totem will also show you how to let go of what no longer serves you and make room for new beginnings. When the jellyfish spirit animal enters your life, it is a sign that it is time for a change. Right? It represents the ability to adapt and flow with life and changes. It reminds us that we are all connected and each has an important role in the world, right? What is your important role in the world? What is your important role in the world? Jellyfish, right? Right. The jellyfish totem also teaches us about the power of our emotions and how they can either help or hinder us in our journey through life. Right? It may be a sign that you must let go of something that is no longer serving you. It may also remind you to pay attention to your emotions and use them to your advantage. The jellyfish is a creature that has been around for millions of years. It is a symbol of endurance and adaptability. When you see the jellyfish totem, it is a reminder that you can overcome any obstacle in your life. You can overcome, and you heard that, right? Overcome any and all obstacles in your life, right? If you are drawn to the jellyfish totem, there are several things you should know. First, jellyfish symbolism is all about change and adaptability. They can transform their appearance and their movements to survive in changing environments. As a result, those with the spirit guide can learn to be flexible and fluid in adversity. Be flexible and fluid. Yeah? Okay, hold on. In adversity. Hold on. Okay. Jellyfish often points to the importance of intuition. These creatures rely on their feelings and hunches more than anything else, right? Feelings, hunches, right? So people with this power animal may find that they need to trust their gut instincts more than ever. So what have you learned about your jellyfish totem? All right, so that's dope. Anything else? Oh, look at that. All right. Choose your words carefully today to ensure. Choose your words carefully today to ensure that they are coming from the heart. There are ways of saying what you need to say without the sting. I love that. Oh my goodness. Choose your words carefully today. Right? When I post this video, I will post this meme. Okay. Choose your words carefully today to ensure that they are coming from the heart. There are ways of saying what you need to say without the sting. Jellyfish symbolism is asking you to allow yourself to shine from the inside out. In other words, the spirit animal reminds you to let those around you see who you are. You need to reach out with love and affection. The jellyfish meaning is also reminding you that there is no need to feel vulnerable when you come from the heart. The heart knows that love is the power and strength from which we all grow. Hence, jellyfish symbolism implies that trusting your heart and its guidance is vital for you right now. Therefore, like the swan, you should go with the flow. Right? Jellyfish know, right? Right. The jellyfish totem teaches us the power of intention, right? Because unafraid to allow the universe to show them the way. Jellyfish are unafraid to allow the universe to show them the way, following their instincts readily and quietly. They go with the flow of the universe, right? So this spirit animal totem has a great deal of ability to take everything in stride. Enjoy keeping things simple, right? Keeping things simple. Okay. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed learning about jellyfish. And I hope that you are I hope that you love this new segment part of my videos, my longer videos. That's what I was saying. So I hope you appreciate the shorter videos. They're for those of you with a shorter attention span. And then these longer videos that you can watch it all, but watch it in parts too, right? So so for the longer videos, the lineup of that, whatever the topic of video will be, you'll have a crystal learning learning session along with a spirit animal learning session, and then whatever else we talk about and stuff like that in the during the video. Okay, so yeah, definitely that's cool. And so I did write down a few things prior to starting because I wanted to make sure I went over everything that I wanted to cover, right? Because as we're giving messages from the universe, right? So we did the crystal, we did the animal card, we spoke about that, right? We did that. Oh, we didn't do. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna use this. So these are just letters, and so you can. No, no. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay, okay. So you can have a name that starts with the letter F. You could have an A, F-A, fan. You can have an M or a W. Is that a W? I think it's an M. M in your name. Your name can start with the letter M. Or you can have a letter M in your name. You can have B in your name. Y. Okay. A, we said A, like an amber too. You can have an L. You can have a J in your name. Jake. Jow. Jeff. Jeff. Okay. Right. Ken. Kai. Right. Jay. Right. Ben. Bree. Mom. You could be a mom. Oh my gosh, this spells ankle. Yeah, you could have a sprained ankle too. I don't wish that on anybody, but I'm just saying, or you know the deal with sprained ankles. Like, you see what I mean? So you could be having ankle issues as well, right? Um, some of you might be having insecurities with your looks because I'm seeing the word looks here, right? Ankle looks like shit, maybe. Maybe your ankle looks like shit. Maybe your ankle's swollen too. You gotta love it, right? You could be from Jamaica. Could be going to Jamaica, Mexico. Could be fascinated with the moon. What I'm saying, I'm reading the words that I have here, right? Moon. Could be a mom. Can have your name could be Jax, right? Vivian, Joe, John, Fanny, Annie, Annie, Grace, Grub. You could be ordering from Hub Grub. I don't know. You could be ordering food right now. Leslie, Theon, Sean, Thea, Lion. Someone could be lying to you too, right? But Lisbon. You could be from Lisbon. I don't know. Soho, right? Sony, Sonia, Sam, Samantha, Tom, Mott, Marty, Manny, man, could be a man, right? Sink. Someone could be getting a new sink, fixing a sink. Someone could be sitting right now too, but I see sink, something with a sink. Maybe home decorating, home redecorating, home remodeling the bathroom, this kitchen or something like that. Mold, right? Something that's what I saw. Dealing with that kind of stuff. You could work for that too. Like restoration. Sean, they, right? Lonnie, Love, Oliver, skin. You could be something with the skin, dealing with some kind of skin issue, skin disorder, skin therapy, graphing, Ray, Zane, Gay, Eva, I just traveled somewhere. I was in my own thing. All right, hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull a couple of cards, see what kind of messages come up at this time. I want to thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. If you have yet to like this video, give this video a like. Let's see. Wheels of karma, dharma, destined, inevitable, cause and effect, right? The certain kind of thing. So it could be a life path number 8, right? You could be a Gemini or you could be a Leo. You could have been born in 1988 too, right? 1988. So, there's certain things that are going down, right? What messages do we have for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in right now? Broken heart. Could be dealing with a Gemini. You could be a Gemini yourself. You could be life path number 3. You could have been born in March, right? You could have been born in March. You could be a Pisces too, right? Network and that. You could be 33 years old, right? You'd be unhappy about how certain kind of levelings of support is going, like it could be breaking your heart, or it could be just a hardship to deal with certain kind of energies that you have no control over, right? It could put you in a funk, it can make you feel sad, it can cause you to feel gloomy, unhappy, hurt, bitter, or in some kind of pain, right? Some kind of heartbreak, right? That could be just messing with you, right? Like it could be in regards to love, or it can be in regards to just in overall in general your life, like in family, friends and stuff like that, not having the support, the network of support gathered around you in a way that is feels good. Like it feels good to be supported in this kind of way, right? So you could be dealing with those kind of things, right? And your energy feels like not having support in the way that you would like, right? You could be dealing with the Gemini too, right? So worry beads. I spoke about it in another video and stuff like that, where the chanting, right? Nam myoho renge kyo, nam myoho renge kyo, like with beads, like and things like that, like things that we can do, right? So you're probably, you could be life path number 9 too, or whatever. You could be looking for things that you are doing to help de-escalate certain kind of things. You're creating your rituals. You are passing the time by taking the effort to do things that are going to help put you in a better energy. In a better energy. You could be 39 years old. You could have been born in 1993 as well, right? Right. You could be a dancer too. You could be a Sagittarius. You could be life path number 9. I see 999, right? Because that's 18, and then 1 plus 8 equals 9, right? 3, 6, 9s, right? So you got this whole kind of progression and that kind of healing dynamic kind of way, right? So you have stamina, you have endurance, you have talent, right? And so you might be worried about something. Look at, like, even something like this, like you could have been born in 1999. You could be worried about your stamina, you could be worried about your endurance, you could be worrying about certain kind of things that are taking place, like, or being in a position, right? But you're dancing through it, right? You're being optimistic about it too. You still doing that which you have, right? Because you have the pursuit of, you have a leveling of expertise that is creating this balancing act for you in your life. You have poise, you have grace, right? You have skill, you have laser focus, right? You have dedication, you have willpower, right? So keep up with that, right? Keep up with that which you are all about, right? And know that you're healing. You're healing and you're going to be okay, right? But don't let worry and fear get in the way or cause anything to make you feel like you won't be on your tiptoes again. You know what I mean? You won't be in this position again, right? So a person of water, you could have water in your chart, or you could have that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, right? Emotionally feeling, so you could be connecting with somebody too, right? And you're learning to be in your fields, right? You could be Pisces, you could have Virgo in your chart, and you could have Cancer in your chart as well, right? Or Scorpio, I'm sorry, Scorpio. It's good. These are water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, right? You be very sensitive, right? But your intuition is at an all-time high. Your empathy too, right? But you're also getting into the workmanship of you, right? Tools, right? Practical abilities, resources, using you have what it takes, right? You're putting in the application, you're building it, you're fixing it, you're organizing, right? Task at hand, well prepared, you're equipped, you're getting shit done, right? And your masculine, you could be life path number 1 as well, right? You could be Capricorn as well, have Capricorn somewhere in your chart that's dominant, right? I do too. So this too can be in your relationships or in your emotions and your feelings, right? You're taking practicality with emotion as well. And you're being healthy. Shoot. About that, what you're doing, right? You could be traveling, airplane, right? You could be traveling somewhere, right? Long distance too. It could be for work, it could be for pleasure, it could be for work and pleasure as well, right? The situation, right? It's happening soon. You could be planning, right? This could be a trip that you're taking. It could be life path number 6 as well, right? Rolling the dice as well. You could have Sagittarius in your chart, Aquarius in your chart as well, right? You could be life path number 3, right? Library, you're higher learning, you're learning something, right? Happy family here, right? So yeah, so this is good. This is good. All right. So this is good. So you're coming out, right? You're assessing certain kind of things, right? You're assessing certain kind of things, right? That's what's been going on, right? Within these last 9 to 12 months, you've been working on you and the foundation of you. You could have Taurus in your chart, could be life path number 7, be life path number 4. You could have been born in April, you could have been born in July, you could have been born August, you could have been born in June, February. You could be a Sagittarius, we said, a Leo, a Capricorn, Gemini, water sign, right? You're learning certain kind of things too, and so you're working on something, right? You could be in higher learning, like we said. You could be gaining, doing research, getting upping your degree, right? Sorry, baby, stay right there, right? So, life path number 8 as well, right? So you could have been born in 1982, 1986, 1996, 1986, I said 1984. Could be 48 years old, 48, 42 years old, 68 years old. Could be been born 1996, 1998, 1992, 1996. I said that already, right? Yeah. 1993. Achievement, recognition. All right. So if you're in school for something, if you're learning something, if you're growing your skill sets, right? Becoming an expert in something. Aries too. You could be Aries as well, but you could have been born in 1968, 1986. Doesn't matter. There's an achievement that if there has been something that you've been working on towards achieving, there's achievement here, there's recognition here, right? There's success, there's victory, right? So bragging rights. So it's like getting the degree, getting the certification, getting the promotion, the business being a success, right? For the next 6 months, like, like starting something and being very successful at it, whether it's also an achievement, a relationship too. Could be the start of that. You could have been born 1962, okay, 1964, 1967, 1966, right? So something could be unchanged at this time, right? So yes or no. So that one was like a yes or no. So this is gonna be this is not gonna change that. So okay. Oh, here we go. That's the message. Then we're gonna go. Whatever you perceive to be as a setback or slowdown at this time, it's not going to stop your success. That doesn't change anything, right? Things are going to start to be stable. Things are already stable, and so so your success and whatever standstill you can find yourself in at this precise moment in time um is not interfering with the success that is inevitably and is yours. You know what I mean? Like there's there's nothing that's stopping that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing stopping that, right? Strategy, playing chess, right? Grand design, right? This game theory, right? Thinking ahead and everything that you're doing, like this is a power play. You're making your power play moves, right? Um, you're moving brilliantly, brilliant brilliantly, right? Bonfire, enthusiastically, energetically, right? Intensely, right? You could be life path number 1, you could be 31 years old, you could be Sagittarius, right? Right? So things are going, get things going, you're getting things going, right? There's a fever, there's passion behind that, what you're doing, right? So I feel like it's fear too, but whatever. Oh, here we go. What is this about? Person of fire. So there's somewhere too, right, that you're feeling rejected about something, something, right? So there could be a strain. So for some of you here, this too could be like a divorce, some kind of like move that you're making. Could be 35 years old, right? It could be with a person of fire, right? So a person of fire with a person of fire. That one's Virgo, right? Virgo, between Virgo and Capricorn. Yeah, that's because this one's Capricorn, right? So yeah, so you could be dealing with uh someone that's 35 too, or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Um, Someone with Capricorn in their chart, someone with Virgo in their chart. Or you could have these in your chart, right? You could be breaking up with somebody. Or you could just be done with a strained situation. It's not you, it's me kind of thing, right? So it's like putting an end to that which doesn't serve you and walking away from that which doesn't serve you. And even if it's not what you initially wanted, so like this setback or this thing's happening now, the situation or event is happening now. So 5-5, there could be a challenge in a relationship at this time, right? That you maybe had once a lot of enthusiasm for, but maybe you haven't. So maybe it's putting, so it's like this too, it's like a relationship right here that's coming up and stuff like that. But the message from even from before was whatever is happening that may seem like it's a standstill, like where there's something's about to pop off too, right? After much, after cutting cords where you need to cut cords, and then harmony is created. A great big symphony, a display, synergy in every kind of way. Someone can have a north node, south node in Taurus, like path number 3, be 35 years old, right? Conclusion, outcome, final completion, verdict, right? The end, finishing first, achievement, right? So it could be 39 years old, been born 1993, can have Leo in your chart. Right? Full moon, the queen, within 6 to 9 months, right? So you got Libra, Scorpio, Sag, 35 to 39, 51. Where did that go? Right? So anything that's coming up now that's not fair, or some kind of refusing to face reality, in regards to something. Could be 29 years old, 1992. There is going to be a celebration. Okay, so yeah, so whatever standstill or whatever pause that is needed. It could be 43, 42 years old, 41 years old, 49, 34, 33, 43, 36, 35, 21, 24, 23, okay, 54, 52. Okay, there is something to be celebrated, right? Some kind of graduation, some kind of anniversary, some kind of birthday award, some kind of recognition for something. So something that's going to be completed. So whether this is the next step moving forward and stuff like that, like once, so it's like releasing that which doesn't serve, and it's the transition period still. So it's like this is a transition period for what is likely to occur as you walk into the abundance, to the prosperity and abundance of you, right? Yeah. Yeah. And even if it hurts, and even if you have to walk away from people, places, and things that maybe you didn't think you could, you will. You will. It's like that, the movie, Me Before You. This person, as fucked up as it was, and even though you get it, I'm putting myself before you. Me before you. Because it's necessary. Because it's necessary. Because it's so necessary in order to change the blockages, right? It's necessary in order to change the blockages, right? So this is all green pasture, right? So it's necessary for the barriers and challenges, because whatever stuck or paralyzed or obstacles or stalling or temporary setback, right? With this roadblock here, 4, right? You have Capricorn in your chart too, right? It's bringing about the balance that is needed, right? This Taurus energy too, right? We're in Taurus season as well. So it's now, it's happening now, right? It could be 36, 34. Uncommon bond, devoted, best friends, infinite love. Either way, that's what I have for you guys right now. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. I love and appreciate you. Till next time.